Hi, my name is Caroline Lewis, and I'm talking to you from the region of Valencia in Spain, where I have lived on and off for almost 30 odd years. I am a translator and also an English teacher, providing in-company training for Spanish executives in the area, predominantly in the areas of tourism, hospitality, and fashion, which are like my key areas also as a translator, in fact. So for the purpose of really providing some extra help to my students who I've had to abandon in the midst of this terrible world crisis that we're having, I thought it might be fun just to carry on a few of the classes. You know who you are, Nuria, Fernando, Salvador, Alexis, I miss you all. And this is for you and also for anyone else who just wants to listen to what I have to say. So my experience, I have decided to mix with also some of my passions. So for these next few classes, I'm going to actually be talking about music, which is something that I don't have expertise in, but as you can see behind me, these pictures of Dave Lewis, he is my husband and he is an expert in this field of music. So I just thought it would be fun to bring together perhaps our strengths and maybe our weaknesses. Okay, so there's a great little tip here I just wanted to give you. When you are looking up any word, type in the word define before the word, and you will get up here a dictionary app with a little loudspeaker and the pronunciation of the word underneath. And this is such a useful thing. I use this when I'm looking up Spanish words, but you can also, well, you can get this in any language. So here we have the word music. And then underneath we have the phonetic pronunciation, music. And then if you hit on the little icon there.
Music. Music.
Music. So you can change that to musician. Just type in define musician. And here comes the word musician. And you hit the little app.
Musician. Musician.
And there you are, little tip. Okay, so let's look at some of the verbs that we use with the word music. Now, in Spain, we have one word to say two words that we use, or two verbs that we use in English. We in English use the verb to listen to when we talk about the actual action of listening to music. It's something we do consciously. We listen to music. You listen to music in the gym, or while you're cleaning the house, or you listen to music while you're driving in your car, or you're just walking around with your headphones or your iPhone. You're listening to music. When you hear something, it isn't the same as listen to. The verb to hear it's the actual act or event of hearing. You hear a noise. So you could hear music playing, for example, on a radio in the garden. Somebody is outside and they're playing a radio and you could hear it, but you're not listening to it. When you listen to something, it's a conscious action. When you hear something, it's because you are using your ears to hear something. This is a confusion in Spanish. You have the word escuchar, and that can mean both of these. You can escuchar música on the radio, or you can escuchar un programa de radio, or you can escuchar un ruido. So listen to is the actual act of listening to music. This is the correct verb in this context of music, to listen to music. When do you listen to music? I listen to music all day long. From the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed, I listen to music. I might listen to music on the radio, or sometimes on a radio show on the computer. What do you call this? A podcast? I might listen to music on Spotify. I love Spotify. Right now, I am listening to, in fact, I'm preparing a playlist on Spotify of 1960s music, because we were planning to have a party, which isn't probably going to happen now, but we were going to have a big party and we were going to have a 1960s theme. So I have been researching all sorts of 60s music, from the Beatles to the Drifters to all sorts of dancing 1960s kind of groovy music. So that's what I'm listening to right now. What kind of music are you listening to lately? Okay, so let's look at a different verb connected to music. So here we have play. To play an instrument, you can play the piano or the guitar or a mouth organ. Can you play an instrument? I can't play anything. I love music, but I can't play a note. I can't play anything. There is a piano here, actually, right in front of me. But if I was to try to attempt to play this, I wouldn't make a very nice noise. And I have the person next door who is an expert at this. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get him in here to play you some music. My husband, Dave, this is him behind me. He is a songwriter. He writes songs. So he's a songwriter. He makes music. He plays music, but he also makes music. He writes songs, he writes tunes, he makes lovely melodies. He can play the guitar and he can play the piano very beautifully, and he sings also, so he can do all of those things, and it makes me very envious. And here you can see some of his, this is a disc that he got for a platinum disc for a song for Demis Roussos, if anybody remembers him. He wrote a song there called Happy to Be on an Island in the Sun. There he is on, so these are albums, old vinyl records, we call them albums. When he, over the years with his band and Dweller, and this is someone else that he's written songs for, and he still writes songs to this day. He is still, in fact, just last week, he has got a cover, hopefully, of one of his songs. Right, so my husband is a songwriter. He writes songs. So how does music make us feel? It makes us feel so many different emotions. We can feel happy. Music can make us feel sad when you're watching a sad film. It can make you feel nostalgic if it brings back memories, perhaps, of when you were young, or of a lost love, or it can make you feel all of these things. But basically, I love music when it makes you feel so happy and energetic. I put on music when I start work in the morning, and it makes you feel sort of in the swing of things. Or yesterday, for example, when I went out in this lockdown situation, I went to the supermarket, and in the local supermarket here, they play music all the time, and it's such happy music that you end up doing your shopping and you're getting your chicken and your milk and you feel like dancing. And this is great. This is what music does to us. It makes us feel. Okay, so just as a recap, we listen to music. We listen to music at any time of the day or night, or wherever we are. We can listen to music on a phone, on the radio, on the computer. We can listen to music on a hi-fi system if you still own one of these things, these old devices with big loudspeakers. You can even listen to music on a record player if you have old vinyl discs like these, or on my favorite, which is Spotify. You can listen to music on all of these things. You can listen to music while you are working, while you are cleaning or driving or just walking around, or on the beach when we are allowed back there. So you listen to music, and you listen to music on all of these devices and more, I'm sure. You play music, you can play an instrument, you can play the piano or the guitar or the saxophone. You play an instrument. You make music if, like my husband, you write songs, he makes music. And music can make you feel all sorts of different emotions. Music can make you feel very happy. Music can make you feel very sad or nostalgic. It can make you feel very positive or energetic. Music can make you feel all of these different ways. So that's just about wrapped up what I wanted to talk about today. This is just a mini introduction. Tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can actually get the man himself at the piano here so that we can talk to him about his career in music, which I believe is very interesting. Thank you for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.